Welcome back to Don't Blow Your Pod. Now, in this part of the show, we're going to welcome in what we would like to call an expert. We like to interview these people to give us a little bit of insight in their field or in their profession. Today, I'm welcoming in Mort Vandersnatch. Mort is a termite inspector, and he's going to just tell us a little bit about termites and his life and everything like that. So just want to lead off, Mort, when did you know that you had a passion for tiny insects that gnaw on wood?
Well, that's a great question, and a question that all my parents ask me every time they say, why are you in this profession? You're really bugging us. They think that's a funny one every time. You're bugging us. But really, I'm into anti-bugs, debugging, so I wouldn't be bugging anybody.
Mort, if I can interject here, I think that your parents' comment's kind of funny if you think about it, because they say you're bugging us and you actually work with bugs.
Well, let's get back to the professionalism aspect of it. As far as spraying goes in the house, do you believe in the high top attack, or are you more in the domino school of thought?
Dominoes, man.
And why? Why? Tell us why.
Well, here's the thing. If you attack a bug and they know you're coming, they're going to avoid the spray every time.
That makes sense.
You gotta sneak attack on them.
That's what Joe Domino is known for, the bug sneak attack, and that's why they call it that. I did a little research before you came in because I didn't want to sound like...
You sound like are you a termite guy too, Justin? What are you doing?
Well, I'm kind of getting into it a little bit. I'm getting into it.
Yeah, I mean, look, and I learned from Joe Termite himself.
What I'm hearing that I find really interesting is you're basically going in there and you're not asking these termites, can I get rid of you? You're just doing what you got to do and getting rid of them. You don't care whether they want to be gotten rid of.
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I do care. I think termites were invented around the turn of the century. Termites tend to be sentient beings. They have autonomy over their choices. And, it's just sad to see that they made those specific choices.
Now, let's back up just a little bit. I maybe misheard you, but you said that termites were invented at the start of the century. I'm confused a little bit.
Well, to correct you, I said that they were invented at the turn of the century.
Do you care to elaborate about that?
Sure, I care to.
Would you like to now?
Sure. They were invented as a result of unsafe and unclean conditions in factories.
If I can just kind of pounce on what Justin's asking, I think the thing that's got us perplexed is mostly why you're choosing to use the word invented rather than discovered.
Do you believe in the natural existence of termites?
Well, here's the thing. I believe that science, liberal science, was at its peak at the turn of the century. And there were scientists who created termites. Termitus astragalus is the Latin root word for them.
It's really important that we understand your point here. Are you saying that termites did not exist before the turn of the century when human scientists...
So, as you know, 9/11 was an inside job. It couldn't have been done without termites. Termites are essentially indestructible. Like when I go into someone's home with the chemical, I don't kill any of them. They just kind of go away because they're uncomfortable. People think that I've killed them, but they'll come back. They're indestructible. How else would you expect I'll say passenger airplane, for lack of a better terminology, to go straight into a building? It wasn't because of terrorists. Since liberal scientists created termites, they've known that at one point they would do something that's wild. And so these termites climbed into the engine.
Nathan, I think we're losing Mort here.
It looks like his microphone is disconnected. We're trying to get that back on.
Well, that's tough. We'll bring Mort back on another time.
That was Expert Insights. Tune in next week when we have an interview with a handle maker. We'll be right back after this short message from our sponsors.